Back with IceDogs captain Kevin He. Kev, pretty exciting day for you. I know it's probably a whirlwind and a lot of stuff going on social media. Your phone's probably blowing up. What's been the reaction so far signing your entry-level deal with the Winnipeg Jets?
Yeah, it's been huge for me. It's a pretty unreal day for me, and just glad to spend it at the rink with my teammates, and they mean a lot to me.
Yeah, what was that initial moment like when you got the call? How was that process when you spoke to Winnipeg and when you found out you were going to get that contract? When you have finally put the pen to paper, what did it feel like?
Yeah, it felt it was really exciting. It was a pretty exciting day for me. Just getting to go to the rink and to be there with everyone that was there, and it was a huge moment for me.
And obviously the first Chinese-born player to sign an entry-level contract in the National Hockey League. One, just how proud are you of that? I know you're proud of your heritage and everything like that, and for your family as well, and for your family back home. How much does this mean to not only you but your family as well?
Yeah, honestly, it's a huge honor, Caputo, and it means a lot. It's a true testament. We came a long way, me and my family, so it's I'm really happy. My grandparents actually at home ended up messaging me, so they don't keep too much with what's going on, but they texted me today, so I was really happy to see them.
And lastly, I know you try to stay in the moment and you're trying to, continue to grow with these guys and figure out, how to get in the playoffs. And you guys have obviously team goals and things like that, but got to be pretty pleased with your output this year, with your point totals, your goals so far. What's the message here as you kind of hit the Christmas break and want to continue on in the second half and using this as kind of a little boost in motivation for you?
Yeah, absolutely. I think our team has been playing really well, and we just came off 5 wins in a row and whatnot. So we got 2 games left, so we want to end on a high note. So that's where my focus is and going into this week.
Back with IceDogs head coach Ben Boudreau at practice. Coach, pretty exciting day. I know it was an exciting weekend for your team winning all 3 games in the Northern Road Trip, but we'll start off with Kevin He signing his NHL Entry-Level Contract. I know you've been a big advocate for Kevin, going into the draft, getting drafted by Winnipeg in the 4th round this last summer, and now him signing his entry-level deal. As somebody who's been around him every day, just how proud are you of him?
Well, I think it's incredible. We just touched on it in our video meeting that no matter what happens from this day forward, nobody else on the face of this earth will ever be able to say that they are the firstborn Chinese player to sign an NHL deal. I mean, that's making history right there. That's absolute incredible. You have no idea how many doors it's going to open for future generations of Chinese-born players. I think it's an incredible accomplishment from Kevin, and really a great result from a great human being putting in the effort, and couldn't be happier for the kid.
And now that he's got that, are you hoping that it's going to, a little bit more fuel for him going forward in the second half of the year? Because you guys obviously have big goals as a team, and you talk about that playing as a team and not individualistic. And Kevin obviously has that elite level speed and can be a game breaker at all times, but he still has to, play within the system and play within the team. So what is the message for him going forward in the second half now that he's got, that contract signed?
Well, he played to get drafted and he did. He's played to get signed and he has. And I think the next logical step would, in the elevation of his individual career, is to play in the NHL. And I think the best way that he can is to develop good habits, and everybody wants a winner. And if he can find a way to win here, which he's really helping our team do, 20 wins before Christmas is absolutely incredible after winning 17 in all of last year. He's turning a lot of heads, so to develop good professional habits, prepare like a professional, hoping that you can get there one day, and that means on both sides of the puck. So for Kevin, we're going to do our best to prepare him for the professional game, knowing that he signed a contract, meaning that the organization does have plans for him. So we'll do everything that we can to prepare him to have success at the next level.
And not just Kevin, it seems like a lot of players on your team are starting to garner that attention league-wide, maybe even, nationwide, as far as a guy like Ryan Rubrick for next season in 2026. Ethan Czata has taken a major step in his development, and that whole line together with with Czata, Rubrick, and Aerosmith has really taken off. 9 points for Czata this weekend, and it's pretty incredible for all 3 of them. What are your thoughts on those individual players and how they're continuing to grow as 2007-born players?
I think, one, Ethan Czata should have had 10 points, didn't get an assist in North Bay when he should have on the backhand spinorama to Ryan Rubrick. Just saying, should have had 10, but still, it's so much fun watching him come into his own, but he's doing it within the details of our game too. You can see the little things that he's doing, the stick drives on the entries and the hitting pins and the face-off. He's really taking attention to detail, which makes us feel great as coaches, is that it's allowing him to have success within a team structure. So when you can see his individual development and pair him at the same time with yet another 07 and Ryan Rubrick and yet another 07 and Aerosmith, and watching all three of those guys play together and outskate and out-hit and out-compete and outscore the older line. I mean, we started them 3 games in a row, started them in Sudbury against all their older guys, and they came away with, like, I don't know what it was, 15 points in that game combined, which was pretty incredible. Not 15, that's an exaggeration, but they're doing unbelievable things on the ice, and they're only scratching the surface as second-year players.
One more individual I want to bring up is Matthew Paris, back in the lineup after an extended absence with the lower body injury. How did you think number 54 was getting back in there? Gave him a maintenance day in the second game, but he played 2 of the 3 games up north, and just getting another veteran right shot forward back in the lineup. How good was that for you personally and for the team, being able to have that on your lineup card and basically a full, healthy forward lineup, knock on wood, right now?
I mean, yeah, it creates great balance. I mean, having 3 19-year-olds on our third line right now, Asadorian, Levin, and Paris, playing against a lot of the other depth. I mean, right now we can really extend our depth into our lineup, and our fourth line is no joke either, having Dorty Gallianov and Max Creep back there. But for Matthew Paris being gone for 9 weeks, I mean, he has played 7 games now. I think we've only lost 1 with him in the lineup. Same thing with Alex Asadorian. I think he's got 15 games played. We've only lost 2 with him in the lineup. Their presence, not only on the score sheet, just in the locker room, on the bench, on the ice, is huge for us. And so with being off that long, expectations were it's going to take a weekend to get some conditioning, get the timing, and get your feel back. And I think now that we've gone through the weekend, you can really start to push the pace here.
And lastly, what's the message now? Because you come off the first ever sweep of the Northern Road Trip there. You've got 20 wins before Christmas, as you mentioned, sitting 3rd place in the Eastern Conference. 3 more wins than you had all of last season. And the January's trade deadline's looming as well. And, you want to keep this group together, but that things might change and other teams might, go all in and get better and things like that. So what's the message as you guys kind of have these 2 more games against Barrie and Brampton, 2 big divisional games, and then getting the holiday break and then going right back at it once again for the second half of the year?
Our goal doesn't change. I mean, like we said, we've got long-term goals, make the playoffs. I mean, we weren't even projected to make the playoffs, and maybe at our best we were expected 6 through 8. And our goal doesn't change, is win the week. We got 2 games. If we can get 2 of 4 points, we are on target to make the playoffs. And I think right now, are we overachieving or were we achieving expects results more than what expected? I think so. But for us, we don't want to get rid of the big picture. Anything can happen in the playoffs, and if we keep our goal of winning the week, we'll end up exactly where we want to be. And if it's higher in the standings at the end of the year, great. But our goal isn't to win the division, although it would be great to win the conference, although it would be great. It's to get in the playoffs and hopefully make some noise and be playing your best hockey come the end of March. So for us, our goal doesn't change. We've got 2 huge matchups. Obviously, battle for first overall in the conference coming up on Thursday night, and we'd love to be on top, but it does not change our goal, our weekly goal of win the week.
And lastly, quickly, I forgot to ask about Owen Flores. You gave him the night off there. Charlie Robertson got in the game, so both goaltenders have been doing well for you. You said you're keeping a lot of shots to the outside, even though you are getting outshot. You're making sure that you're not giving up those high-danger scoring opportunities in the middle, and your penalty kill was 11 for 12 this week, including a full 2-minute 5-on-3 up there in Sudbury against a very lethal power play. So what's been the message on the team defensive side and getting that penalty kill turned around and making sure that your goalies are seeing all the pucks and they're stopping them when they do?
100%. I mean, we've got 2 great goalies, Charlie Robertson and Owen Flores, 20 and 19 years old, respectively. And it doesn't matter who we put in, we got confidence to either one of them can find a way to win. And we are getting outshot in a lot of games, but we're not being outscored. And I think that's the more important stat. We want to be perfect. We don't want to allow any shots against, and we want to find ways to eliminate those types of shots. But when you look at our teams and the results, I think a lot of teams are throwing pucks at the net, trying to generate offense, and we've found a way to use that and counter with our transition game. So far it's been working right now for us, and maybe we're relying on these goalies a lot, but they seem to be in the games right now, and until the recipe stops working, we're just going to keep our foot down on the pedal and keep our fingers crossed.
That's IceDogs head coach Ben Boudreau live from practice. Coach, thanks for doing this. Continued success and good luck for the next 2 games before you hit the Christmas break.
Thank you, and Merry Christmas, Brandon.
Merry Christmas to you too, Ben. Back with IceDogs forward Ethan Czata. Ethan, it's been quite the last 8 games for you, 16 points, and you've really found your stride offensively. What do you think is different for you this year as opposed to last year with 17 points for the full season, and now you're almost going to double that point total by the first half of the season?
I think just knowing that I'm capable of doing these things, I think that our team being better is also a great help to my success right now. I think just how the team's playing really helps me make plays and really get points.
You guys seem like you have a lot of chemistry with Ryan Rubrick. We know what kind of talent he is, and Blake Aerosmith coming in. You guys are the 07 line, and it seems like you guys have really good chemistry together. What's it been like, continuing to build chemistry with both of them? And you guys obviously having a great weekend up north, 9 points in the 3 games for you specifically. That 5-point night in Sudbury. What's working so well for you?
Yeah, I think me and Rubrick especially have pretty good chemistry. We're always with each other at school, always with each other a lot. And I think with Arrow, he may be new, but I feel like I've known him for a while already. I feel like me and him get along together well, and I think that helps our line a lot, just knowing that we'll all have each other's backs.
And lastly, we know the Central Scouting List came out, and you were ranked there in the 6th, 7th round. It seems like since that list came out, you've really been motivated to really show that you're worth higher in that sense, and putting your tape to notice there, and a lot of scouts out there to see you right now. So what's been since that list came out and wanting to show that you can be higher when the next one comes out? It seems like that's something that has been motivating for you.
Yeah, that's when I saw it. To be honest, I was a little bit pissed off. So I think that it was really good motivation to get going, move my feet again.
What do you think is the biggest difference for you offensively? Because it seems like you're a lot more confident with carrying the puck in. You want the puck on your stick. We know that you've always had that two-way game and working on face-offs and things like that, and being a 200-foot player when you were drafted. But what do you think has been the biggest difference for you offensively with the confidence and going to the front of the net, carrying the puck in, and doing all the little things, scoring a bunch of different types of goals as well, and garnering the respect and the trust of your coaching staff in doing so?
I think just understanding that I'm able to do those things. I'm good enough to be able to do these things, and just having the confidence that that you're able to do these things, just do them. So it's all about confidence, to be honest.